Hey, you look nice today.
Let's talk about Link from Twilight Princess. What are your thoughts about him?
He's a country bumpkin.
That's true. He can pet goats, and he is Sigma.
What the Sigma?
Very good at herding goats, depending on how good you are at the game, I guess. But as far as like Twilight Princess Link goes, I want to say it is one of the Links with a really good character. It's not like overly silly or something like Wind Waker's.
Almost whimsical in Wind Waker. This one feels a little bit more serious, feels a little bit more like a coming of age story.
All around, you have the characters that look up to him that are definitely going along with that coming of age story too. Yeah, so Colin saves Tallow, and it's cool because it shows how your actions, the link between the character and the player, can influence other people, and that can happen in our world, that can happen in the world of The Legend of Zelda, and there was a good example of it happening. Because Link has been courageous the whole game until then. He left his village, he was like, okay, I guess I'm doing all this, I guess I'm turning into a wolf, I guess I have this hot girl riding on my back all the time. Honestly, that is the biggest show of courage in the entire game. To have Midna ride you for the entire 40 hours?
You're onto something with that one. She fell for him at the end, and she almost said that she loved him. She didn't quite get to say it because she went back to the Twilight Realm. She was about to say it, and you know it for a fact. She turned into a baddie.
I think, she was already. I think that Link and Midna definitely had a romance going on. Midna is one of my other favorite characters in that game in the first place. Even in the Twilight Princess manga, I think they share a kiss.
They kiss.
Yeah, right?
They kiss, and I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe that was the intentions in the game.
I think the direction of that game kind of like trips over itself in a few different places. It seems like the story was supposed to go in a certain way, and they kind of try to do two things at once, but neither of them actually conclude.
Zant should have been the real villain the whole time instead of just a clown.
I kind of like where Zant ended up, though. I can't lie. Like how it shows that being given this power without experience, or like the courage or the wisdom.
The dichotomy of the two of them. He's like the exact opposite of Link. Link is like unsure of himself at times, but he has the courage to try. And Zant is like way overcompensating, and he doesn't even have the power of his own.
Yeah, Link earns his power and through the journey and through experience. Zant is granted his power. He thrones Midna and is a complete lunatic, and it really shows in the end when he's falling off of his throne. To get back to Link himself, I'm trying to think of other big moments with him.
Where he goes to Kakariko Village and helps the townspeople. You could pay a bunch of money to open up Mallow Mart. He helps small businesses.
Honestly, that is one thing is, Link in Twilight Princess, he does help everyone in his village. Like, it starts off, even though it ruins the pacing of the intro of the game, he's out there helping everyone. It shows that he's part of the community.
He is part of the community. He's integrated totally into it.
Yeah, and I think that carries on into how he helps affect the other communities. It's kind of a carryover, something the Hero of Time did in Majora's Mask as well.
Selflessness
And courageousness, going through to help all of these people's problems and to save the day in the end.
Do you think he saved the day for himself or others?
I want to say it was always for others, because I think his main motivator at the start was Ilya. Even from the start, Tallow being captured and put in that cage, and then he goes to go free him and everything. I think it was always for others, right? I don't think it was ever for himself.
Between Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask, those are the two most selfless versions of Link. Hello from the future. I just wanted to add a couple of things that I feel were left out in this conversation. Link is so effortlessly selfless. You are essentially forced into helping out an imp that verbally harasses you at every corner just to get what she wants. But your resolve is so absolute that you look past that and help her regardless. Link's intuition rarely points his intentions in the wrong direction, knowing that doing the right thing is more important than doing the easy thing. Link was always much more than a tool to get what she wanted. She sees the sacrifice Link and Zelda both made, and it teaches Midna a valuable lesson in trust. Realizing the people of the Twilight and the Light World aren't really that different after all. And by the end, she pays it back to Hyrule in full. She shatters the mirror to make sure Ganon cannot come back, even though she's grown immense feelings for Link. Link taught her, what do we call it? Selflessness.
What would you rank Twilight Princess Link out of 10?
So out of 10, can I go above 10?
You can. I might not agree with you.
There are issues with it. I would say a 9. Close to a 10.
I like the character of Twilight Princess Link. From a character that we rate like Cloud out of 10, and seeing how well developed of a character he truly is in his writing, I would give Twilight Princess Link more of like a 7 or an 8. Like, I think he really serves the purpose of the game that he's in.
Yeah.
And I think that those characters' traits are strong. He's not a complex written character. Not that every character needs to be, but he doesn't even talk. It's hard to like really to rate a character.
Relate.
Yeah. Well, no, I would say relate because I think we kind of like fill in his shoes. If I'm rating all of these characters that we're talking about out of 10, like I have to restrain myself a little bit, right? I have to give myself some limits.
Fair.
I love Twilight Princess Link, but I don't think he's a 9 or a 10. Though in the context of the game, I think he kind of is. I think he serves the purpose, but like in Twilight Princess, right? What character is a 10?
Midna.
Midna
is the actual main character of the game.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, and that's not to say that Link isn't incredible, because I think he is. I think you start, like your brain starts to differentiate the two types of characters, because one is written to be developed and have an arc. So I think he's great. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8 personally.
I can agree with that. I'll move mine from a 9 to an 8. Even though this is my favorite game of all time, I'll rank specifically Link in this game as an 8. With all that being said, let me know your thoughts on Link from Twilight Princess in the comment section. I have a deep love for this game, and we will be diving into our thoughts on many of your favorite characters in the future. Huge shout out to the Juice Box for making this with me. His link, get it, Link?
You need to leave!
Will be in the description. He makes really insightful character analysis videos that you need to check out. I also want to give a huge shout out to my channel members. You make these videos possible. Thank you, Tropius Forest, Asuda Hyuga, Brad the Gamer, Kristen Wolf, and Tritical. You are all truly Dio. If you want to get content early and be featured at the end of all of my long form videos, become a channel member today. See you next time. Peace.